There's one question that keeps appearing whenever Shen Yu's name comes up. Not about a new drama, a co-star, or even about her next project. Instead, fans keep asking something surprisingly simple. Did Shen Yue leave her agency? Some people confidently say yes. Others insist she never left at all. Then there are fans who point to Shen Yue Studio as proof that she's now completely independent. But here's the problem. Almost everyone is looking at the same information and walking away with a completely different conclusion. So today, instead of repeating rumors, we're doing something different. We're starting from the beginning. We're separating confirmed facts from assumptions. And by the end of this video, you'll understand not only what's happening with Shen Yu's management, but why so many international fans have been confused in the first place. If you enjoy thoughtful documentaries about Shen Yu's career, friendships, and the stories behind the headlines, welcome to Asian Star Spotlight. Subscribe if you'd like to explore her journey beyond the surface. Now, let's start where every good investigation should. The beginning. Long before Shen Yue became one of the most recognizable faces in Chinese entertainment, she was simply a university student, with no massive fan base, no leading roles, or any celebrity lifestyle. Just someone whose photograph happened to catch the attention of talent scouts. That single photograph changed everything. In 2017, Shen Yue officially signed with Gongfu Zhenyan Film and Television. It wasn't one of China's biggest entertainment companies. In fact, compared to industry giants, it was relatively small. But sometimes smaller agencies do something larger companies can't. They focus. So, instead of managing hundreds of celebrities at once, Gongfu Zhenyan invested heavily in developing a handful of young talents. For Shen Yue, that investment paid off almost immediately. And within the same year, she landed the role that introduced millions of viewers to her. Chen Zhao in A Love So Beautiful. Then came Meteor Garden. And suddenly, the quiet university student had become an international name. From the outside, it looked like the agency had done exactly what it was supposed to do. So now, why would fans later begin questioning that relationship? The answer isn't as simple as people think. Here's where many misunderstandings begin. When international fans hear the words personal studio, they often assume one thing. The celebrity has left their agency. But in China, that's not necessarily true. Think of it like this. The agency is the company that negotiates major contracts, business partnerships, legal matters, and long-term career planning. While a personal studio, on the other hand, is more like the celebrity's own professional team. It manages daily operations, public relations, social media, creative planning, photography, and scheduling. Many of China's biggest stars have both, not because they left their agencies, but because their careers became successful enough to need their own dedicated teams. So simply seeing Shen Yue Studio doesn't automatically prove she left Gongfu Zhenyan. And that's an important distinction, because this is where the story becomes much more interesting. For years, Shen Yue operated under a structure that combined both her agency and her personal team. Then, something changed. Around her birthday in February 2026, fans noticed that her official studio branding looked different. The familiar agency wording that had previously appeared alongside her studio identity was no longer being used in the same way. At almost the same time, entertainment media began reporting changes involving one of her earlier registered studio entities. Naturally, people started connecting the dots. Did this mean she'd left Gongfu Zhenyan? Had her contract ended? Was she finally managing herself? The internet quickly filled in the blanks. But here's something important. Those conclusions were never officially confirmed by Shen Yue herself. And that's the difference between evidence and interpretation. The branding changed. Media reported corporate restructuring. Fans discussed contract changes. But an official announcement clearly stating, "I have left my agency," never appeared. That doesn't mean she didn't become more independent. It simply means the public evidence doesn't allow us to say exactly how that relationship changed. And in today's internet culture, that distinction matters. At first glance, agency discussions can sound like business paperwork. But for an actor, they influence almost everything. Which scripts arrive first? Which brands make offers? Which films become possible? How public criticism is handled? And even how quickly misinformation gets addressed. Over the years, some Shen Yue fans expressed frustration with Gongfu Zhenyan. Many felt the agency didn't always respond strongly enough to online rumors or protect her public image during difficult periods. Others believed the company gave her stability at exactly the right stage of her career. Both perspectives exist and both are understandable. The truth is, no agency is perfect. Every management company brings opportunities, and every management company has limitations. The real question isn't whether an agency is good or bad. It's whether the relationship continues helping the artist grow. So where does that leave us? Here's what we know. Shen Yue began her career under Gongfu Zhenyan. She built an official personal studio. Her public branding evolved significantly in 2026. Entertainment media interpreted those changes as signs of increased professional independence. But there is still no clear public statement confirming that she completely severed every management relationship with Gongfu Zhenyan. And that's okay. Sometimes the most honest answer isn't yes or no. Sometimes it's simply, we don't know everything yet. And maybe that's exactly why this topic continues generating so many questions. One thing I've always admired about Shen Yue is that she rarely rushes to explain every career decision publicly. She lets her work speak first. Whether she's filming a drama, building her studio, or quietly entering a new chapter, she rarely turns it into a public spectacle. In an industry built on constant headlines, there's something refreshing about that. Perhaps the biggest story isn't whether Shen Yue left her agency. Perhaps it's that she's gradually taking more ownership of the career she spent years building. And whichever path she's choosing, it's becoming increasingly clear that she's shaping it on her own terms. If Shen Yue truly has more creative freedom now, what kind of projects would you most like to see her choose next? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. If you enjoy these deeper investigations into Shen Yue's career, not just the headlines, but the stories behind them, our Asian Star Spotlight membership is now open. Members receive exclusive updates, early access to selected content, special community features, and more ways to be part of our growing Mooncake community. You can tap the join button, besides subscribe on the channel page whenever you are ready. There are still so many parts of Shen Yue's journey that fans around the world are curious about. So if you'd like more fact-based documentaries that separate rumors from reality, make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications. You never know which question we'll be investigating next. The entertainment industry often asks us to focus on announcements. Contracts signed, contracts ended, and companies changed. But careers aren't built in a single announcement. They're built through hundreds of quiet decisions that audiences rarely see. And maybe that's the real story behind Shen Yue's agency. Not who controls her career, but who she's slowly becoming while building it. Because the most interesting chapters are usually the ones still being written. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.